So it's pretty casual. It's just to say I'm recording right now.
Cool.
So
Okay.
we're just recording.
We're on.
We're on, but fortunately we're not live.
Okay, good. That's good. I take it. I'll take it.
So hey everybody, Kelly Orchard here with Mustang Monday with my friend Brian Horan.
Yes.
Horan from Primerica.
Hello, guys.
And we've been actually trying to get Brian in the car
This has
for a
been going
while.
on we've tried to play a crazy game of phone tag.
Yes.
Crazy game of phone tag.
Yes, and we met quite a while ago.
Yeah.
In fact, we met when I was just first starting to do the Mustang Monday, and hardly anybody knew what I was talking about.
Right.
I was like, just get in my car. You know?
And if you didn't have a great personality, that might be a little weird. Get in my car. But anyway, that's
thank you for saying I have a great personality. That's wonderful. So Brian, it's like, how long have you been working with Primerica?
Okay, so working with Primerica Financial Services since February 2011.
Okay,
so February will be 9 years.
What did you do before that?
I was with Round Table Pizza in the corporate world for about 12 years.
What did you do for Round Table Pizza?
Worked my way up from just a little kitchen help to dough roller to delivery driver, shift supervisor, assistant manager, and then eventually took over my own store down in Oceanside back in 2005 and thought I hit the jackpot. 24 years old, youngest manager.
Absolutely.
Youngest manager in corporate history at that point in time, and thought the sky was the limit, and everything was good. And then I realized you hit that glass ceiling. No one wants to help you get promoted. No one wants to help you, further your career.
That's the corporate environment, right? It's like once you get to a certain level, and it's like a lot of women talk about getting to the glass ceiling, and I'm thankful that you're talking about it too, as a man reaching the glass ceiling as well.
Exactly. So I was 24, and I'm always the type of person that once I get to a certain point, I want to, what's next? What's new? What's next kind of thing. And I knew that I had a lot to learn. So there was about a year and a half that I was the manager at the specific store that I was at. And what's next? I want to be a district manager. I don't want to be stuck in a specific restaurant. I want to manage multiples. I want to help grow manager skill sets, different things like that. And my area manager was a great guy, just didn't want to help me take that next level. And I went, okay, what is this? Then I started getting burnt out with food service, and something needed to change. So I took a demotion, moved back, started focusing on myself, met my wife 6 months after I made this big, I quit, I quit being a manager. Everybody's like, you're crazy, you're on this, you're on the fast track. I was like,
track.
5 years to our next promotion's a fast track.
You're probably all like, and it's pizza.
And I'm like, right, I smell like garlic, and it was a bad situation all around. But I learned a lot. And it set me up to where I'm like, okay, 2011, I made this career change. I started off, really, really slow. I started off to where I transitioned out of food service management into this career.
And that's a really great tip there, because it's like you're like, I didn't quit my day job.
Exactly.
I transitioned.
Exactly.
So sometimes while you're making the transition, I bet you were working twice as hard.
Oh yeah, there were moments. So I was part-time for 9 months. I came on, got my licenses, took my time. So there was a couple days a week where it was like 8 to 10 hours at the restaurant, and then put in 2 or 3 hours in learning this new skill, to where eventually 9 months after I got started, I ended up going full-time. Then 2012 was I consider it my first year in college, like an internship, but I got paid while I was doing it because certified for everything.
Way to do it,
And then at the end of 2013 or the end of 2012, my wife quit her job at the post office because we wanted more quality of time, quality of life, freedom of time, I guess you could say. So we went into business for ourselves in 2013, and that's.
So your wife is your business partner?
Yes.
That's awesome.
We play to our strengths on that one. She likes to say, I bring the business and put it on the books. She keeps it on the books because she's got the patience to do all the back office stuff. And
perfect.
I like to talk, so that's why she's not here now, is because she's handling the back office stuff.
That's right, and that's great. And I had the pleasure of meeting her very briefly too. Yeah. And it's like, oh, okay, this is awesome.
Exactly.
So you're the outside guy, which is where we met. We met at an event, a function, and that's one of the things I will always want to tell people. It's like, go out there, go out and meet people in person.
No one's coming to your couch to help you grow your business.
That's right.
It's just simply not happening.
Order your Facebook page, honestly.
Exactly.
It's like everyone can get guilty of sitting behind their computer. It's like, why does nobody love me? Because they don't know you, really.
Yeah, everybody can put a Facebook page up. You got to actually have a personality.
Yeah,
like
I could actually do these videos all day long. It's not going to make people find me.
Exactly.
It's like I get out there, I meet people like you, we shake hands, and the next thing I know, I've got you in my car doing a Mustang Monday.
There we go.
And that's how it goes. So tell me more about, like you a minute ago you said that you recruit and manage or train new people into Primerica.
So I've noticed that there's a lot of people like me that want more out of life, but when you work for so long, you've got real life bills, you've got real life responsibilities.
Yeah.
You can't just quit something and go pursue freedom of time, freedom of money.
That's right.
So a lot of people are in the same spot that I was in, where they wanted more out of life, just didn't know how to go find out and get it.
Yeah.
And they've been beaten down by the real world to where people working with me can come on board part-time, flexible schedule, do what they're doing, and learn a new skill if it's something that they can get excited about. And everybody needs financial education.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody needs to learn what it takes to manage their finances better, but a lot of people are intimidated by it because of the way the industry rocks. The industry teaches that it's so far over your head that people don't want to take that next step. They're like, oh, I'm already struggling, I'm already this. They don't want to step out. But if they have somebody like my wife and I, we go on appointments together to where we can sit down. You sit down with a couple and say, look, when I got started 8 years ago, I had $17,000 of credit card debt, and now I'm debt free. Come on.
Yeah.
Like, there's something powerful about being, hey, I've been where you are.
To be able to tell the story.
Exactly. I've been where you are.
Yeah.
I can help you get there through the same concepts that I teach.
And I think especially because you're a husband and wife team and you go to see a couple.
Exactly.
And they see this couple working together. I bet that also helps you make the deal with them or convince them.
Yep.
Now, when you say that, is this to sell the services or to recruit or both? Sometimes?
When I sit down, my number one opportunity is working with me. I know that people, I'll just use this stat right there. Back in the year 2000, the average household income was $52,000. Mm-hmm. Now, with cost of living, inflation, everything, it should be $85,000 families are making just to be the median standard of living. Mm-hmm. It's actually $53,000. Families have a $32,000 shortfall every single year, because of the income gap in America today. Mm-hmm. So families need to make up extra money. So working with me part-time, full-time, doing whatever is going to help somebody do that. But if they don't get excited about what I do, that's fine. We still need people to work everywhere else so we can still have the things that we have. But people need life insurance. People need a financial plan. Mm-hmm. So I'm going to talk about both, everything that I can do. My true heart's desire is to help people become a better version of themselves. That's truly what I want to help people do.
So what is some of the training that you do? Because I want this to be an actual great tip for somebody, but I'm sure that with all your management skills, that with all of your training, from the round table pizza days to even with Primerica, when you go out to recruit somebody, let's talk about the individual who, they're working their day job and they know they want something more, but they're not quite sure what they want to do.
Right.
And they're listening to you right now and saying, financial services.
It's a little different.
It's not your typical thing that I would do, and I would imagine it's a bit challenging.
There's a learning curve.
There's a learning curve.
There's a learning curve, absolutely.
So where would you go find these people?
So where would I find somebody that's looking for that, or what?
Yeah, how would you go find them?
I work off of word of mouth and referral based.
Okay.
So as I have a conversation with people.
Brian Horan is who you need to call.
Once this video is posted, I will post the link to my Facebook Facebook business page.
And you can find you.
951-764-8110. Feel free to call me.
That's the first person who's ever done a phone number.
And there we go. That people can't get a hold of you if they can't get in touch with you. So I'm saying that's right there. But no, just some of the training that's provided, like you were asking, was team building. You might not know how to build a team. I do. Mm-hmm. So I've got 34 licensed agents that work on my team right now. Mm-hmm. So just helping people in that regard, people skills, sales skills, anything that you may want to learn, you can learn in the people business.
Yeah.
If you like people but you're an introvert, like you might be a little weird right now. I am a natural introverted person.
I am too.
So this right here, because I feel comfortable with you, I'm able to have this kind of a conversation. It's all good.
Yeah.
But to go out and actually initiate a conversation, that's not my strong suit. Mm-hmm. I've had to learn that, and because the goals and dreams and everything I have for my family are more important than my fears. Yeah, that's why I challenge myself every single day to make that happen.
I love that, because the Badass program is flipping the format on your fear of failure.
Boom.
And so
you got to fail forward, like Maxwell said.
Yes, and I feel you on that. Is that because I too, people don't normally believe this, is that I too am an introvert. Yeah. So it's like
people do not believe that.
The stuff that I put out there, it's like, that's me, like turning it on.
Exactly.
And like kind of like amplifying it.
Sometimes
I amplify.
Exactly. Turn it up.
Yeah, turn it up.
I think you got a workshop coming up with some amplified, something about amplified, but we'll talk about that.
Another day
down the road. Yes. I like it.
Well, it'll keep growing. It'll just keep growing. But I did want to tell you, it's like you say you have a bunch of licensed. What do you? agents,
I've
licensed agents. Yeah. So it's like, so we do this, it's like we can get certified.
That's why when you said licensed to be badass, I was like, we need to talk.
We certify badasses. So, and that's just another part of that self-esteem building thing.
Exactly.
But the team building and the sales training and the getting out there to network, I bet that you find yourself, I don't want to discount anybody else, but holding somebody's hand.
There is like I said, there's a learning curve, and sometimes my wife, we joked around earlier that she's the back of the house, I'm the front of the house kind of thing.
Mm-hmm.
There's times where she has to go to a mixer or some sort of an event, and like getting out there is not her so thing. I'm holding her hand, and it's natural to be concerned, especially in the society we live in these days. It's naturally to be concerned, but at the same time, if you're a genuine person, you genuinely don't care what other people think of you, because you know you're coming from the right place. And that's something I had to overcome early on, is that coming from food service, when did they want to talk to the manager?
When they had a complaint.
Brian, somebody wants to talk to the manager. Who broke what? I roll my eyes. I get up there and
who wants a free pizza now?
Exactly. Somebody ate an entire extra large pizza, had one slice left, and came up and said they didn't like it, and I had to give them a new one. I got jaded when it came to people. So now bringing that over, that was the first hurdle I had to get over. Going like, no, you're bringing care to somebody, and they don't know they need your help until you go talk to them. So getting over those two hurdles was the first thing I had to learn. But I'm a much better person. We were engaged, now we're married. I'm a much better man. I'm a much better husband, because I'm now focused on what's important to me in my life, and not what's important to the guy who schedules me 9 to 5 or 11 to 7 or whatever.
And I love that, because you took ownership of your career.
Exactly.
And your career path.
Exactly.
But you didn't risk your whole world because of it.
It's calculated risk.
Yes, you took, and I think that's the greatest tip ever, is that it doesn't matter how old you are either.
Does not.
It does not matter how old.
I was 30 years old when I did it.
You were 30 years old when you did it, and you were already established,
solid.
And
took a store
else.
that was 124th in the company out of 127, took it up to number 4 in the company, and I stepped back at that point. Corporate was not happy, because they're like, oh,
of course not.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're like, oh, we can ride this guy forever and pay him pennies. And I was like, that's the problem.
Yeah. No, you can't.
Yeah, bad corporate.
It's like bad corporate. You need to pay people what they're worth. And that's another thing. It's like it's like, if you're not making what you're worth or what you would like to make, then somebody like what Brian has done, not only with the financial services, but also just the career shift.
Exactly.
And the way that you like you said, a calculated risk you took.
Exactly.
And that is so smart. So for those of you who are in the midst of a career, and maybe you're not so happy with your job, maybe you didn't go to college right out of high school and you wish you would have had that college degree, or maybe you're just working a dead-end job and you've gotten as far as you possibly can, or maybe you don't like the culture or the corporate politics where you're at, and you want something different, and you want to control your own destiny.
Work with a team of people, like-minded people with the same goals, going in the same direction. There's nothing like it.
There isn't, and it's like it's like in the industry that I previously was in, which is broadcasting, radio. Not to call out too many of my broadcast colleagues, and I have thousands of them, but it's like, you know what, the broadcast industry, specifically radio, not very big on promoting personal growth.
Not at all.
They're not very big on getting their team to be growing on that positive level. Sure, they do sales trainings and things like that, and goal setting, which I keep telling my colleagues, it's like, yeah, but how many times can you do that? Another goal setting session, like a couple times a year.
Got a couple going on.
Yeah, you gotta step it up and do some more, like for the whole team, not just salespeople. And so that's what you do. You do a lot of team building.
Yeah, a lot of team building stuff. Just anytime we can get together just to find out what's important to the people that we're working with. Because my biggest thing is, if you help enough other people get what they want, you in turn will get what you want.
Well, it seems to be a common theme a lot with the Mustang Mondays, which I love, is that it takes a village to live a badass life.
True.
And so you need other people, but you also need to continuously educate yourself. Always got to
be growing.
Always growing. Because if you're not growing, you're what?
Dying.
Yeah. Yeah, we all know that phrase, don't we?
We don't want to die.
No, we don't want to die.
It's all going to happen. We just don't want to make it happen sooner.
Brian Horan, thank you so much. I'm so glad that we were able to do this. I know. And you're such a badass.
I try,
That's
I appreciate that.
Yeah, that's right. So, I was telling you, it's like I've been telling you guys that I need to write this down, the tagline, but Brian's got it down pat. So we're going to say it at the same time. Right. So this is Kelly Orchard and Brian Horan reminding you to
be bold, be brave, be confident, and be badass. We'll see you next time.